Hello there, this is Arya Murli, and today I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of building a Google Assistant using DialogFlow and testing it out on your handheld device. I will not be going too much into the theoretical parts of DialogFlow and how you can build a bot, but we'll look at how we can quickly create a bot with 2 or 3 intents and test it out on our mobile phones, right? So first, let me go to the DialogFlow platform. I'm going to Google for DialogFlow. When you do so, do ensure that you sign in using your Gmail account. If you have a G Suite account, you might be able to build a bot, but you may not be able to test it out on your device. I clearly don't know why this happens. So even if you have a G Suite account, it might be better for you to log in with your Gmail account, as in any email address that says, something at gmail.com, right? So first of all, we need to create a new agent. So I was just going through some content about what happens at XIME, and I found Empresario, your entrepreneurship club. So I thought, why not try and create a bot for that? So Empresario bot is going to be the name of our agent. Okay, name exists, Empresario. Let's just try Empresario. It's taking some time to work. So when the agent is done, what we look to do is create 2 or 3 intents on, say, what is Empresario or what is the Entrepreneurship Club at XIME, what are its key activities, and a few questions related to that, right? So now we have our agent created. We'll create our first intent. So any question that the user might have or any request for information that the user might have will be an intent. It should be an intent, right? So, for example, the user might ask, what is Empresario, right? So that is an intent. What we need to do is figure out similar questions and train the bot with these questions. So you need to add as many possible variations of this question as possible into the training phrases section. So some people might just type Empresario and they might expect to receive information. So that goes in. What is the name of the entrepreneurship club at XIME, right? XIME Entrepreneurship Club. These are few variations of the question, right? So now what we will need to do is, just a second, right? Okay, so what we will need to do is figure out a response for this question, right? So when the user asks these questions, what is the bot supposed to respond with? So the bot is supposed to say, Empresario is XIME Kochi's entrepreneurship club, right? And then if you have any website or any particular Facebook page or something like that, you can give the link there if you want, right? Once you do this, we have to hit save. Now, as it stands now, the bot can recognize these questions, but it will still not be able to recognize that this is about Empresario or about the Entrepreneurship Club, right? Which is why we will need to create something called as entities. So upon saving it, what we will do is go back to entities and we'll create, there are no entities yet, so we'll create the first entity, right? So the entity name is going to be, say, Empresario. So this is going to be, or let's say, about Empresario, right? So here we need to type in keywords that the bot should identify from a particular question, such as, what is Empresario? If that's the question, the bot should identify Empresario here. So Empresario is what we'll type. Then it should also identify Entrepreneurship Club, right? So yeah, these are two keywords that the bot must identify when it comes to this particular intent. Now we're good to go. Let's go back to our original intent here, and let us help the bot identify the entities. So when a user asks a question such as this, what we'll do is help the bot understand that this is an entity called as About Impresario, right? So here again, whenever you encounter this keyword, understand that it is about Impresario. This keyword about Impresario. Actually, sorry. Yes, about Impresario, and this keyword again about Impresario, right? So we have to save it now. Done. Let's try and create one more intent. Say I want to know key activities, right? Key activities. So what are the activities at Impresario, or what happens at Impresario? Activities of Impresario, events at Impresario, programs of Impresario. So people may ask for different things, right? Now, when somebody asks for this, you want to say that, let's say, Impresario hosts pre-planned competitions and entrepreneurship workshops. And let's say Pulse 2000. Pulse is Impresario's key event, right? Let's say hypothetically this is what we say, and then we save it, right? Now we go back. We need to create entities, remember? So once this is done, we need to go back to entities and create a new entity. So we need to create a new entity that says, let's say, key activity, right? Program, event, activity, activities, and even other versions, right? Programs, events, talks, workshops, all these things will come as activities. So whenever the bot sees these keywords, it has to understand that the question is about the activities that happen at Impresario, right? So we come back here and we will help the bot recognize these keywords, right? So key activity, events. Now events is a key activity, activities is a key activity. What happens, let's say if somebody asks this entire question, let's add it as a key activity or activities here, right? So this is done and we hit save. So now we have a basic test version up. Let's try the bot here, right? Now you can see that agent training has started and it's going to be completed soon enough. Yeah, so we can try here. Before that, let's try something else. Let's try enabling small talk as well. So the bot will be automatically trained to say, you know, hi, bye, and things like that. Basic courtesy and all that will be there. So now let's try in the test console here, right? So let's say Hello, good day. What can I do for you today? Um, let's try this. Tell me about Impresario. Impresario works well. What are few activities at Impresario? Right. So successfully identified. Now let's see how it works in Google Assistant, right? So if you click on that button, you will be taken to an Actions on Google website, right? Or platform. Now, Actions on Google helps you connect your assistant to various Google devices, to Google Assistant on multiple devices, right? On your mobile phone, tablet, on Google Home, etc. So you'll be taken to the Actions on Google console, and you will be again, remember to sign in using your Gmail account, otherwise it will not work. So yes, here you have Impresario. You have to select your project. So we select the project, and now here do you see simulator? That's where you should go, right? Go to simulator. So here you have talk to my test app, right? So once you do that,
Sure, here's the test version of my test app.
right?
Hello, how I can help you?
So this has started working. Now what you should do now is truth is, once you see that it's working in simulator, then it means that it will be available on any Google Assistant where you have logged in using the same email ID. So in this case, I've used this Gmail ID to create the bot. So the test app should be available on my mobile phone as well, right? So I'm going to quickly try this. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to talk to the Google Assistant and say, talk to my test app. Talk to my test app.
Alright, getting the test version of my test app. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Great, glad to hear it.
Tell me about Impresario.
Empresario is XIME Coaches Entrepreneurship Club.
What are few activities of the club?
I missed what you said. What was that?
Activities.
Empresario hosts B-Plan competitions and entrepreneurship workshops. Pulse is Empresario's key event.
Thank you.
Anytime, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. This is all you've got to do. Now, if you want to change the invocation, right? Like for now, you have to say talk to my test app. So if you want to change that, you can go to invocation here and set up a new invocation name, right? So you can say talk to Impresario, for instance. Okay.
Empresario.
Yeah. So, and the voice can be, say, female or male or whatever you'd like, right? And then let's hit save. Oh, you can't use prefixes such as let's say XIME X Impresario or Impresario Club. Okay, that sounds better. Okay, so this is done. Now if you go to simulator and now it's changed to talk to Impresario Club, and I'm pretty sure that must have been changed here also, but let's try. Talk to Empresario Club. Oh, this went back.
My pleasure. Let's chat.
Thank you. So this works. Yeah, so this is pretty much it, right? So once you create the bot, you go to simulator, you can set up an invocation name, and if you've logged in using the same Gmail ID, you'll be able to access the bot on your mobile phone as well. Now, let's say you want to, send the bot to your friends, right? What you can do is submit for an alpha release. So for an alpha release, you'll have to complete few more steps here, such as, you'll have to upload an image, an icon for your bot. You'll have to type in a short description and few things like that. So if you go to overview here, they'll guide you on the things that you need to complete before you do so. And then you can, once you complete all those, you can submit for alpha here. Okay. Just a sec. You can submit for alpha. Yeah. And then once you click on manage alpha testers, you'll be able to add a list of emails to whom the access should be granted. So you can add emails of your friends and anybody you want to send the bot to test out. And if you really want to publish the app, once you complete all the steps in the overview section, right, you can submit it for production, and then the assistant app will be available on the store for public view and access, right? That's pretty much it. Just quickly taking you over overview section. Once you finish the quick setup, you have to complete these things. These are just mandatory things that you have to complete. So yeah, you have to enter all this information for the directory, like provide a name for it, like give a short description, image, contact details. You'll have to even submit a privacy policy. So for the alpha version, you might not need to create all the the privacy policy and things in detail, but when you go into production, you will have to put forward a proper privacy policy and things like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple and it's quite fun. I hope you try it out. All the very best. If you'd like to reach me, you can write an email to me at hello@aryamurali.com. I'm also available on Twitter at @AryaCMurali. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Have fun.